Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a full episode of the Basement Podcast, but I do have to mention this one specific thing. Ryan Davies of the channel Northern Perspective, which is a Canadian politics channel, has gotten a petition into the House of Commons petition website, which is not easy, supposedly, but he has got it into the House of Commons petition website. That is a petition that would amend section 66(1) of the Canada Elections Act. Basically, it would be a petition that would change the requirements to get your name on a ballot. Now, obviously, the idea behind the Canada Elections Act is to make it so that anybody can run to be an MP in their district, which is how it's supposed to work. Now we just have parties that have their own by-elections to get their candidates into the riding, and then they run on behalf of the party. But this has made it so that independents can easily run if they only get 100 unique signatures from electors in that riding, which, let's be real, isn't a lot of people. Let's be real, they also don't have particularly large jurisdiction. So up till 2024-ish, it hasn't been an issue. Except now we have this initiative called the Longest Ballot Initiative, which kind of sounds like a meme, but it isn't, okay? It is a organization that is supposedly protesting against the leaders of the various parties by absolutely filling their ballots with tons upon tons of just random candidates. Most recently, it was Pierre Poilievre's ballot. Supposedly, the Longest Ballot Initiative was, we're gonna try and get every leader to prove a point. But conveniently, this election, they only were in Carleton, which is Pierre Poilievre's riding. A lot of other stuff going on in Carleton with Elections Canada. But that was then, and this is now. And this is also not the first time it's happened. It happened a couple times in 2024 in Toronto St. Paul, and in 2024 in LaSalle Eymar Verdun ballot. Reading directly off the House of Commons petition website. Each of those has somewhere between 80 and 91 candidates, which is unreal, right? You're going to have your real candidate, your Pierre Poilievre. You're going to have other candidates, your NDP, your Liberal, maybe a Green, except the Greens just didn't backed out of a lot of ridings conveniently in 2025. And then just like 85 plus other randos who are just there. So this petition would amend Section 66(1) of the Canada Elections Act to not only require the 100 unique signatures, but also a declaration of intent from each candidate, that is the intent to serve if elected, the intent to actively campaign, that they understand their legal obligation if they are elected, and that all the information provided is accurate and truthful. And if they are caught lying, they are punishable by a fine of up to $2,000. So essentially what they're saying is, by the way, if you're going to try this, you're going to be paying $2,000 per candidate, which may or may not be enough money, because there's going to be some rich people bankrolling this stupid initiative and said, yeah, sure, we'll spend $2,000 to put a candidate, because by the way, 50 candidates, $100,000, easy. Not a big problem for rich people. So I would say maybe make the fine a little bit higher, and maybe do some other way of punishment, because here's the thing. Again, you're going to have rich people funding this shadow war against candidates. Unhappy about that. But this petition is hopefully a good thing. I heard about it today from Northern Perspective. They released a video like an hour ago with the link. I'm going to include the link to this petition in the description in the show notes. So please, if you are a member, if you are a citizen of Canada, sign this petition. It is very important. This does absolutely nothing to inhibit your rights if you intend on running for political office. This should change nothing for you, because if you really are serious about running for a political office, if you want to represent your community, then you will have the intent to serve, and you will have the intent to actively campaign, because you want to win, and if you want to win, you got to campaign. So this bill is being sponsored by Ned Kirk of Hamilton East Stony Creek. He is a Conservative MP. Again, yeah, a lot of Conservatives in Ontario, just not in Toronto. There are 500 signatures most of which are coming from Quebec right now. Wow. But yeah, a little disappointing numbers from British Columbia so far. Absolutely not a single British Columbian has signed this petition. Disappointing. So yeah, sign this petition. It's very important. It does nothing to hurt you, and it only protects our elections from jokesters who want to rig it against conservatives. So, all right, thanks for listening to the Basement Podcast. I hope you enjoyed this little micro PSA episode. Maybe we'll get a real episode done sometime. Who knows? I've been a little slammed with university. So, yeah. All right. Later.